Raj. I'm the producing artistic director of PlayMakers Repertory Company, and I'm very excited to share our 2012-2013 season with you. Our first main stage play is Red by John Logan. Red explores one of the pioneers of abstract expressionism, Mark Rothko, at work in his studio, having just been given a major commission to do these vast murals for the Four Seasons restaurant in New York City. The play wrestles with the age-old question of art versus commerce. We watch Rothko mature in his gifts. His assistant represents a young generation of artists who are coming up, who may be done with abstract expressionism. I love the play for its exploration of an artist at work. The play takes place in Mark Rothko's studio. We watch them stretching canvases, building frames, priming canvases, and it's really a peek into the life of an artist at work. I'm so excited about our second main stage show. It is a new commission by PlayMakers, a new adaptation of the best play ever written about the healthcare industry, Imaginary Invalid, adapted by David Ball, and directed by the visionary director, artistic director, co-founder of Theatre de la Jeune Lune, Dominique Serran. He's at the helm of this funny, irreverent, in-your-face adaptation of the play. He's working with his longtime collaborator, the great actor Stephen Epp. The passing of years has only heightened the absurd accuracy of this dead-on take of the healthcare industry, a world where nobody is held harmless, not the patient and not the doctors themselves. We find the invalid, very rich, very wealthy man spending all his money on quackery of all kinds to cure illnesses that he's not even sure he has. It's hysterical. We did a reading of it here at PlayMakers very recently, which only pointed how accurate and how smart Molière's play is, particularly in this new adaptation. In our third slot for the holidays, between Thanksgiving and Christmas, we will present a true family show, It's a Wonderful Life, a live radio play. The frame for this presentation of it is a live radio studio in the 1940s for a Christmas Eve broadcast of It's a Wonderful Life. And the play yawns open from the radio station idea into those scenes and with these characters that are so known to us and so beloved. I think It's a Wonderful Life really is our American Christmas carol. And I think it's actually a really important play at this particular moment, our Occupy moment, which the story for all else that it does, and it's a story of redemption and a beautiful one. It also really explores the downside of capitalism, and it really explores what happens when there's a vast gap between those who have and those who don't. And we're thrilled to share it with our audiences for the holidays. For our rotating rep next season in slots 4 and 5, we're combining two plays that absolutely are meant to be in conversation with each other. We're putting Lorraine Hansberry's masterpiece, A Raisin in the Sun, in rotating rep with Bruce Norris's Pulitzer Prize-winning play, Clybourne Park. A Raisin in the Sun explores the life of a family that is trying very hard to move from their situation. The family within itself has disagreement about what it means to move forward as a family. And a central point in A Raisin in the Sun is whether they choose to buy a house in the white neighborhood of Clybourne Park. Bruce Norris's play is written as a response to A Raisin in the Sun, and it begins at that moment where we see the white family who is getting a lot of pressure from their neighbors because they're selling their house to a black family. The second part of Clybourne Park jumps ahead 50 years and has a look at a white couple who is now looking to buy that same house in what is now a historically black neighborhood. It explores issues of gentrification. It explores issues of race. Between these two plays, there's an awful lot of ground covered around the question of race and where we are and are not as a society in 2012. And for our main stage closer, after the success of Big River with the Red Clay Ramblers last season, we're going to do another musical, which I'm going to direct, Kander and Ebb's Cabaret. I think it's a great time to have a look at this musical. The music in it, of course, is filled with unforgettable songs, but the drama in it is really powerful as we watch this play that is in and around the Kit Kat Club, a nightclub at the end of the Weimar era, at the rise of Nazism. We see a society that is dancing as fast as they can and keeping the noise level up as high as possible to keep from looking at the devastation that's heading their way. I think it's a powerful and profound musical, and I am most thrilled to be directing the Obie Award-winning actor Taylor Mack, who was last seen at PlayMakers in 2009 with his play The Young Ladies of. Taylor will play the MC, and we're really looking forward to closing the season with a big musical. So for our second stage series, PRC Squared, which is of course 3 shows, and everything we do in that series is an evening in 2 parts. There's the show itself and the conversation with artists in the play, thinkers, scholars around the ideas of the play itself. Our first slot is a TBA slot. We're in negotiations for a wonderful play, so stay tuned and check the website for that. Our second PRC Squared show next season will be the Obie Award-winning And God Created Great Whales by Rindy Eckert. I just saw this play in New York a couple of weeks ago, and it's a haunting musical adventure into the psyche of a composer who is rapidly losing his mind to a degenerative illness of some kind. He wears a cassette recorder around his neck, which he presses play to hear and be reminded of what he needs to do next. And there is a figment of his imagination, a muse that also intersects with him in the play as he tries to write his magnum opus, the opera Moby Dick. Grammy Award winner, Pulitzer Prize finalist, Rindy Eckert is at the top of his game with this play. It's a sensational piece, and I hope you'll join us for that. And finally, closing out our 2012-2013 season, we welcome back the acclaimed international musical spoken word ensemble Universes. For the occasion of the 100th anniversary of Stravinsky's The Rite of Spring, and in concert with Carolina Performing Arts, we have co-commissioned Universes to bring all of their unique talents to explore rites of passage around Stravinsky's groundbreaking composition. They create a daring 21st century soundtrack on ritual and revolution, so stay tuned for that. I couldn't be more excited about the coming season. I think in the 6 years that I've been here, I think it's the most exciting season. I think it's the strongest season we've put together yet. So I hope you'll come join us, be a part of our family. Buy your season tickets. The sold-out sign is showing up more and more often at PlayMakers, and I'd hate for you to miss a minute of it. Thank you very much for your time. I'll look forward to seeing you next season.